goddamn outfit they sent me a check,
Going
you
all
know.
the way from John Schmidt, Martha Schmidt, and then all their children. So anyway, and I think we're pretty much represented really pretty good, but we'll start with the oldest, go to the youngest. Anybody wants to say anything? Yes, that'll be good. So we have Uncle Bill and Aunt Stella, and they lived at Tioga, and then several of their children are here, and we will have Richard and Kenny, Richard and Linda, and Kenny and Mary say something if they so wish.
Kenny didn't talk too long.
I'm at a loss for words.
And they had 12 children. Uncle Bill Schmidt died when the youngest child was 3 months. So Aunt Stella stayed on the farm and raised, and 3 of them I think were out of the house at that time. And then the rest of the children grew and were educated in Tioga. Okay, and then Richard, you're looking to say something.
Richard, you're first.
Well, our grandpa homesteaded there, so we kind of attached to that place.
Yes, right, because 1905 to 25,
Yep.
Grandpa John and Martha lived out there.
Yep.
Then they came back to our part.
They homesteaded there. When was that, Kenneth, in '09?
Yep.
Well, they homesteaded in '05, and then
Yeah.
they homesteaded in '05, they came out in a rail car. You probably know the story. And then they lost the farm in '25, and then Raymond and his son Mark and I bought 3 years ago. That farm came out, started sailing, so we bought it. So it's back in the family after 113 years.
And then does Raymond live on the home farm?
Pardon me?
Does Raymond live on the home
Raymond
farm?
is on our home farm 3 miles
Where
west
you
of town.
guys grew up?
Where we were at.
Okay.
But there's a little cemetery and church that Richard and I take care of the cemetery.
And that's southeast of Ray.
Southeast Ray, right next to the John Schmidt homestead.
Yes.
And there's 9 burials there, but it's still an active cemetery if anybody needs a plot. They're free. They're free. And I take care of it free too. Oh, we got an oil well on, and we get $26 a month for the cemetery deaths.
Grandpa's homestead has got oil under it.
Yeah, Grandpa's homestead's got 3 wells on it.
And then one of the children of John and Martha is buried there, or 2 of them, Walter and Anna.
And we have 2 aunts there. 2 aunts.
Okay?
There's Uncle Elmer come out there one June with 2 headstones for his sisters.
Yes. Anna
Anna and Walter.
and Walter.
And
Yeah, but
Walter
who's
was
the new headstones? The new headstones.
Yeah, Uncle Elmer, we put in a new footstone, you know, next to it. Anna was 3 days old and Walter was 5 years. And then Uncle Carl and Lena has a son, Arthur, buried there. He was 10. He died of an appendicitis, I guess.
Okay. Anybody wants to go back to that old
Yeah.
cemetery?
Come back, I'll show you.
And that's, I was talking to Irby, and the pulpit out of that old church is in,
In St. Andrew.
I just looked at it today.
Yeah.
Okay. So then anything more about that family?
Well, Doug,
That's
Doug
about all.
Schmidt-
Go ahead, Linda.
Doug Schmidt took some of the wood from the old church and had a panel wall and his new house was good one.
And Irby made one for my house.
Yes.
and that was another thing. Anybody from down east come out to visit, they always went down there, and up behind the steps, they always wrote their names on there, and I think there's a frame of that floating around here somewhere, isn't there? With all the names on it?
Doug, our nephew Doug has it in Bismarck. He cut that out of there.
Oh, he's got it.
Yeah, and all the names are on there. People that visited put their name and the date.
Yeah.
It was under the stairs.
And then Paul,
The church was upstairs.
And then he puts on there, Paul
Pastor
was
lived
here too.
downstairs.
Oh, is that right? You know, Merlin, he's down in the nursing home in Kildare. Well, maybe, but she's not on good health.
One of their children.
Pardon?
Abby Risky is one of Aunt Linda and Uncle Carl's daughters. Okay, and Michelle and Matt.
Yes.
Michelle is
That's
Abby's
6.
daughter.
6 daughters.
Okay,
And 1 son.
speak up now, talk a little bit.
Nothing much to say.
Okay, because you had 6 or 7 in the family, they live by St. Andrew in Niagara area.
On the country, yes.
It was 8 babies. One was well, how long did he live? Half an hour.
I think.
Bernard.
He's married out there too.
Anything more to say on those? Ramona and Carol are still living
And Lee,
also.
my sister, she's 99
Woo.
in Washington State.
What's her name?
Valida.
Oh, Philly.
Yeah.
Valida, pretty name, yeah.
And then, okay, next in the family was Uncle Paul and Aunt Matilda, and they lived in the Mid area.
There's one kid right there. Right there, one.
Well, Jerry, come on in.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So, they had, Sonny, is now in southwestern Minnesota. And then I got a note from Carolyn that she was not coming today. And that Gunny is doing pretty well. So anyway, Jerry, you had it, and then you had John and Rick, siblings and Jerry in that family.
John's in the cities and Rick's in Florida, or between that and Arizona.
And Gunny probably is the only one living in Uncle Paul and Aunt Matilda's family now, of the old generation. Or is one of the brothers living in the family.
Well, there's Ruben and Delbert, last week.
Yeah, and Delbert lives in Arizona.
Yes. I think we never
And then Aunt Rick and Aunt Elma Dean are the next one. Okay, then, that work at Philby would have been here, but it's not here because his sister Eunice died. So there's, Bill, Marie, and Verdell, out of 16 kids. that are still there. And then it was named, Aunt Bert's family from, Rose there. They had 2 kids, and Tammy, their daughter, granddaughter, lived in eastern Montana.
Fayetteville, Montana.
Her mother was, Jeannie Dahl.
And she Facebook messaged today that they wanted to come, but they couldn't make it. Lori and Tammy, because they have 2 kids getting ready for college, and they're haying.
They're paid, their farm.
Yeah.
So then it would have been, Anna buried in, the Ray Child area. Aunt Eleanor lived in Seattle for a lot of years, came back here, and she is buried with Uncle Elmer and Aunt Mary in Petersburg Cemetery. And then, let's see, Uncle Benny was in there too.
Where's Benny buried in? Here.
Benny's buried in Michigan, right next to her, been right next to Dad.
That's right.
They're all around the road there.
How about Alman? Where's Alman?
Alman is buried at St. Andrew. And then, Uncle Herb and Aunt Ida, they live southwest of here. And then their daughter, LaRue, contacted me, and they usually come. They're not here this time because LaRue was having, leg problems. But they said to tell people hi. And then,
Herb and Ida were my baptismal sponsors, and Uncle Herb gave me, when I turned 16, he gave me a little bottle of whiskey. He said, don't you drink that till you get 21, and I didn't either.
His mother did it.
Give me until the 21st of that month.
I finally found out what it tastes like.
Take good care of you. But then I forgot in between times that our dad was the fifth child, married to Gertrude Wolfram, and so there were 10 of us. Kenneth and Gilma lived here. Lois and Curtis lived in the Gardner area, and their daughter called that she would not be coming. Grandkids, and Sharon has died, and then Charlene was coming. Not sure she isn't here, is she? She is coming. Okay. And then Irene, go ahead, Richard.
There was a little old white-haired lady that come to stay with mother once in a while. I think she was a shield.
A Shoki, Esther.
Holiday in
Okay, because they would have been Uncle Carl and Aunt Nina's daughter. And Aunt Nina was Grandma Martha's sister.
Was she a little short lady? Aunt
Yes, she
Lena?
was.
White hair.
Yes. Oh, no, that was Aunt Nina. Aunt Nina was married to Carl. And Aunt Nina was Grandma Martha's sister.
They were double cousins.
Yes, they were.
Called double cousins.
So then anyway, going down the line here, we have Eileen and Eloy's family, and our family. Mark is here. And Dean. Anybody else? Colson is going to. You and everybody's family. So then Russell and Diane's family. Okay, about your family.
Okay, Marilyn married to Rogers, almost 40, I think we were 48 years. Not good.
You go straight there. Really? Well,
Anyhow, back to
And so I have a story to tell on that.
Okay.
Because I got word that Marilyn and Roger have a new great grandson. So I sent a card to that baby. In care of Marilyn and Roger.
Yep, we got it, and I forwarded it on.
Okay, so anyway, that's the 7th generation in our family. Because always in the baby cards, I put the genealogy of those families in that baby card. So anyway,
We have 3 children. Chris is in Alexandria. This is Holly, our middle daughter.
Where do we live?
And they live in East Grand Forks. And this is her husband Casey, Hayden, and Megan. And Taylor's not here.
not here.
Yeah. And then, next on the family is Joyce. She can
Yes,
tell us.
yes.
I'm Joyce, married to Martin Megan. I did say Chris. Lucky enough to be married. Oh, yeah, Lynn, I'm 44 years. I forgot Lindsay. Lindsay's in Castleton.
Oh, I'm telling you, you do it
Yeah, she 11 years and we have 10 grandchildren and 2 great-grandchildren. All right, Joyce is out. So now, I married to Mark. We were married 44 years. We live in Northwood for 40 of those. Mark has a plumbing business there. And we have 2 children. Matt lives in Fargo. I have 2 grandchildren. And my daughter Tracy and Laura. And we have 2 grandchildren who are very busy in sports all the time. Paige is playing softball in Minot. And then they're going to California next week. And then my daughter Tracy, she works for Trans Systems. She's kind of all over the place with Trans Systems, but she's based out of Grand Forks. And she got married last June to Jan, who is originally from South Africa. And he is here on the farm program and really loves farming and animals. Nice guy. Very nice. Very nice guy.
Abby?
And I'm Abby. The next one, named after Abby, probably. Am married to Eric, who is there, I don't know, 30-some years. It feels like, what is it, 35? 6.
Come on, 36.
36. 36 years. I got to do my math, I figured. We have 3 girls, Alicia, Katie, and Morgan. Morgan's usually here, but she couldn't come this year. And they're all single still. Alicia's getting married this year, first of our girls to get married.
Montana.
And so, I moved to Montana out of college. We moved back to Bismarck 23 years ago. Lived there for 21 years, and then we just moved back to Montana a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Where at?
What part of
We live in Belgrade, I'm right, kind of halfway between Bozeman and Belgrade. So I moved to Billings, Montana, sight unseen out of college. Packed what little belongings I had in the back of a car and just drove there. Green beans.
Me and Matt almost drove it in the mansion.
Yeah, just about. It lived a good life. So,
I'd like to make one comment about the Schmidt. Should have doors locked because they've come through
Oh,
one
God.
lock and one for breakfast. Neither one of them are married yet.
yeah, we would show up and Judy was so kind to make a good breakfast for us at 3 or 4 in the morning.
Well, you're probably bringing Ernie home, aren't you?
We taught your girls about it.
Yeah, we taught your girls. And Connie's girls.
So Abby, keep on about the next.
Oh, and then Donald is behind me, 10 and a half months younger. I don't know how that happens, but man.
I can tell
He
you.
is
I can
not
tell you.
We have swine.
I can tell you.
We have a couple of those. Donald lives over by Washburn. He's married to Michelle. And they have Kayla, who is in the Mayville area, and Brandon, who is in, oh yeah, Northwood. And Brandon's in Wisconsin. And Kayla has a couple little ones, and Brandon has a couple little ones. And then next is the big ragu, Russ.
Oh, there. Then there's the younger one, Brian.
Yeah, he's in Fargo, he works for,
FedEx.
I was gonna say UPS.
I work for HR. No, FedEx. I work
And
for
then he
HR.
farms with one.
And he bought two Brian.
And Brian is the youngest, and he's not here, married, 2 children, 3 children.
But you forget to mention Brian's most beautiful baby my parents have ever seen. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Carla's mom.
And Brian's oldest is getting married in November.
Yeah,
Brian's getting married.
They're moving off the way.
They're doing what? They're moving off.
I was gonna mention
Oh, yeah.
Janice.
I thought they were coming Brian and Mary.
Janice, my sister lives in Laurel County.
Yes.
And my sister Linda is in Minneapolis. And Donald is in Waterford City. And there's 4 of us boys live around town.
Yeah, get up here, Richard, and talk about that.
Oh.
Stand up, stand up.
What?
Okay, he's got several siblings.
Okay. Yeah. I'm from Montana. I live in Montana.
Okay, you go through Laurel, and your cousin is in assisted living, Lorna, my sister Lorna. She's in Laurel.
Okay. Yeah, we drive by. We'll drive by tomorrow.
Yes, Laurel's just about connected to Bill.
It is good.
My daughter Tracy lived in Laurel for a while. She started up the trans systems plant there.
Oh, yeah?
And building.
Then my little sister Linda's in Minneapolis. And Donald's in Watford City.
And we're having a family reunion in Bismarck next weekend. There's 95 signed up.
I'm gonna be in Bismarck next weekend. Are you? I am. I will.
Janice, I should tell you, we didn't introduce my wife Mary. A week ago was our 60th anniversary.
imagine meeting into
Back up to Janice again.
Janice, you're losing control of the room.
I know. And so anyway, then Curtis and Charlotte was the next one in our family. They had 6 children. And then Kevin, Tim, Danny had died. And then Melody is next. She lives in Minot area. And then Michelle is, I think, in Oklahoma probably.
Oklahoma City.
And Shannon lives in Minot area also. And then, okay, then it would be Lloyd and Diney, and then Lloyd and Dorcas. Diney died on, what, 1994, something like that. Okay, where are you, Lloyd?
Right there.
You're hiding.
Okay.
My 2 sons are over here, and then I have a daughter-in-law in Fargo.
Yes.
I have 7 grandchildren and 6 great-grandchildren. And then all that Dorcas brag about hers.
All right, okay, all right.
Together, we've got 21 grandkids and 31 great-grandkids.
Wow.
And we have some that are married.
So, okay, Lloyd and Diney live south here. Diney had MS, and then she died, and then Lloyd and Dorcas have been married plus 25 years now.
27.
They live in Oslo area. Okay, David is their son. Virgil, another son, and Amy is part of the family for how many years?
38. No, 39.
39.
She still shows up.
Anything you want to say?
I still got the frame of that old rumble back when I broke up. Is that, I got the frame of
Stephen
it.
and Darren are married at St.
Go to Rumley Old. Never seen
Then,
pictures of it.
Mickey and Frida. Okay.
That's what he went from.
Then they had
It's
some
that Rumley
sons.
Old, I was telling him I got the frame.
Michael, Robert, Alan. And there's Darren, Michael's son.
Dad had, he wanted to come here, but his wife Cindy had to play, she had, her father moved to Walhalla, and all of the daughters and kids on her side picked this weekend to clean everything out of the house that they were living in. So that's why he ain't here. Yeah.
Cody's got a wedding somewhere. Oh, he's Canada. Oh, Toronto. He's over by Toronto at a wedding.
And they have a sister, Carly. They're expecting their baby.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah. Roberts lives in. And then we had a sister, Donna Mae. She was born and died the same day in 1935. Year before Lloyd was born. Anyway, and then let's see, we can just kind of skip over me because you know about my life.
How old are you? I know.
82.
82.
So, and then Irby, the baby of the family, sitting right over there. All right, Irby. Right.
I'll talk.
Oh.
First of all, I would like to say Lloyd is my godfather, and I did not get whiskey for my 16th birthday.
There's still time.
There's still time.
His kid's drinking.
I'm 50 next year. So we're looking at
Well, Dorcas, I didn't get any whiskey either.
Neither did I.
You were non-voting.
I know.
Yeah, right?
There's still time. So anyway, so I have 3 kids, 5 grandkids. I'll let my sisters talk about
Here's one of them, yeah. Didn't hear one.
it. Okay, if they don't want to talk, Patty's got 4 kids. One that just got 6th in the national track shoot. 67th out of the males and the females. Third.
Overall. And Irvie and Judy now live in Petersburg.
Yeah, AJ lives on the farm.
Maria's my daughter, she works for the cancer center.
Yeah, I live in Fargo, I work at Roger Maris Cancer Center in the hematology stem cell.
Yeah.
And Danny there, she's the youngest, and she's the mother of the one that shot 6th in the nation, so.
That's
And they live in Brooklyn. And Judy lives here, but she don't feel good today, so.
Yeah, she shoots again today.
He wants your attention.
And then, I guess very much on the home place, that's the only thing that's left out there now is the house. And that'll be going down pretty soon too, I suppose. The barn went down here a couple years ago, a lot of folk.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
It's good it's all going down. Roger went down here a couple weeks ago. So then Patty, she did the barn. Made a picture because she goes to we took pictures and
Oh, good.
So let's see. Who's next in the family?
nobody.
That's it.
No, we got more in the family, John. I mean,
I suppose Harold's got to be in there.
Oh, Harold's family.
Where is it?
There's the biggest class. That's the youngest kid. You know those youngest kids always have those attitudes.
Say, Jack, we go to Arizona in the winter. I run into Harvey Schmidt. I'm a car guy and so is he. And we meet it every Friday afternoon. We tell lies to each other.
Roger, or Mesa.
Mesa too, and we're Mesa, so we meet up with Harvey and
Yeah.
Sandy and Charlene and Gary did.
Yeah, we live in Mesa.
Yeah, so we all meet up, our cousins.
They're on
get
Ellsworth.
together.
Oh, we're half a block west of Ellsworth.
They're in the Valley del Oro.
Really?
We're across the street. We're across the valley.
Oh, really?
We're Gavin Ranch.
Yeah.
you guys take a
I'll give you my card.
Okay, and if anybody needs a plumber, Roger's the plumber in that resort, and he's like licensed.
Oh.
So he'd come and fix.
He doesn't have his card with him.
She probably does, she puts it on.
I thought he was retired.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
just a plug.
Awesome. That'll be fun.
So then we have Uncle Harold and our Perkins family. Marlis and,
Sharon.
Larry are involved with their grandchildren. And then Sharon and Wendell passed away. Sharon lives in Iowa. And then, the Mars, right. And then John and Connie, and that family. Connie. And then, okay, you have somebody here in your family. Hannah. And, okay. All right. He just graduated from Payne. And Tessa, Portage area. Tessa in Lakota. say anything more about your family's Connie? She's living in Prairie Rose. And then, let's see, then it would be Melton and Marlis. They're not here. He takes care of our municipal building here. And then, Daryl lives in Alexandria. Wayne lives in Bismarck. And those 4 brothers went to someplace in Nebraska to look at pastures.
Let's see which one. James, he took his tractor to Iowa.
It's one of them boys that worked on the highway construction. Was that the one? Worked on the highway?
Sylvia and,
Kenneth.
Was that Kevin?
Victor, he worked on, then my Stephen, his son, Stephen, the one that.
He used to.
they have 3 children.
Oh, that's the one, I got the frame for that. That's the old drum they left during the war, they moved up.
And that would be Uncle Elmer and Aunt Mary.
I think it was only about, 45 horsepower on that iron.
To
get that golf
Yeah, that big pony.
Mary had 2 children, some of them
Yeah,
lived,
well,
let's see, 7
That steam thresher. I heard about it, yeah, in Minnesota, that's coming up in August.
Bradley and Marcy.
Every day a weekend.
Lives all the time
Like 3
here. I
days.
mean, she lives in Michigan. So that's, and then we, in our meeting over in Niagara, talked about having the next family reunion the 4th Saturday of July here at noon time. And combined. So how does that sound to you people?
Hey Janice, I have a question.
Yes.
So I was just moving around some things in totes and cleaning out stuff, and I came across, I don't even know when you wrote it, but you have a family history thing.
A book.
A book. Are you gonna have some additional, like second edition coming out? Or?
I think I updated it a little bit with Lori, Eileen's Lori in Morton. I will talk to her about that again, so.
And she could just email it to some of us and we can get to our.
Because riding with David in the semi years ago, we talked about that history book, and it's laying over there someplace. But anyway, he said when he gave it to me, I read the whole book and I went to bed at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Because I made a story out of it rather than just numbers which were in that old Potratz book. So.
Well, when I read it, a good friend of mine, still now, we do much better, but found out my history in Ray, North Dakota, and that's where she's from.
Ray, North Dakota.
Yeah, and so it was kind of.
And that's close to Toyota.
That's where we live.
Our address is Ray.
Yeah. So
17 miles south.
reading that, I was like, hey, Alicia, you know, knows maybe.
But everybody should write down their history in their family.
Yeah.
Because if you all have a history. And thank the good Lord for our Christian heritage. Because if it wouldn't have been for them migrating over to Iowa, Hillsboro, Niagara, Petersburg area, we would have been behind the Iron Curtain in the 1925 war or whatever. And so they came over here in the 1800s because thinking that they would be involved in a war in Germany. Didn't want to be a part of it.
See, we know when Grandma and Potratz, when Grandma Schmidt came, but when did Grandpa Schmidt, when did his family come?
Okay, so they came from southern Germany, I think, and so they came to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And that's where, I don't know how Grandma Schmidt and John got appointed. But anyway, in Iowa.
They went to Iowa, yeah.
And then, that Potratz family lived in Hillsborough a little while, and so my dad was born in Luca, because they farmed down there, which is south of Valley City.
Our dad was born there too.
So then eventually, they came up here.
Yeah, they said he was making payments on land there at Luca, the free land out at Ray, so they came out and homestead.
And Grandma Schmidt and about 4 little children rode in the train.
In the train, boxcar, yeah.
And then all the, I hate to say anything bad about western North Dakota, but there were rocks on that land, and so Grandma said, we're here, we will stay.
Then you could walk across that quarter of land and just touching rocks. That's how rocky it was. But it was pretty slim pickings. There weren't many quarters of land left to homestead. They were all taken.
And the old churches are in that. Anything else?
Oh, I was gonna say, my Grandma Linda said that her mother said when they landed off the train, she cried.
Yeah.
She just cried.
Grandma Martha.
Martha.
4 kids riding in the train to go from here to there.
But did they had 7 kids when they moved out there, or do you remember? In 1905? Because our dad was born in 96, and Aunt Linda. Yeah, 5 kids? Okay.
I was born in 97.
Okay. It took a lot of guts to take a family. Yeah.
Well, should we eat?
Yeah.
All right.
Janice, Mark has a question.
We're at this on Saturday. What are your feelings on having a baby on Sunday? It seems like in the summertime, Saturdays are pretty
Stand up,
busy
Mark.
with the
Mark.
celebrations of all the communities and
Mark,
stuff.
stand up.
Sunday would be a good day.
I was just wondering if anyone was interested in having this on Sunday instead of Saturday. And the reason I say that is because Saturdays are so full during the summertime with the community celebrations and all that kind of stuff. Maybe we want to move it to Sunday, and that way there'll be more people free and be able to come, I hope.
What are the feelings of the group?
Yeah. All in favor?
Say aye.
Opposed? Carries. Oh, you got movie. I'll get a slideshow.
Sunday sounds good.
Janice is talking.
I can go to the lake and get that time
We
for
have
that.
it on the 4th Sunday in July for 2 years from here then.
2 years.
Sounds good.
But you gotta talk to the wolf guns.
No, no,